Hola, everyone, and welcome to Open. I'm Rhina Valentin, your hosty Café con Leche every Friday. Here's what's coming up in today's show. First up, we get the scoop behind the upcoming comedy show, Morir Soñando, at Gramercy Theater when we sit with co-founders and co-hosts Glorelys Mora and Sasha Merci. Then we sit with the co-directors and cast members of the dystopian drama Just Die to discuss the short film's multicultural perspective on generational anxiety and economic uncertainty. And finally, our Open Artist Spotlight shines on Cuban Electric Violinist, a producer, and composer LeFiddler, who closes out the show providing an elegant experience performing with his electric violin. So sit back y prepárate. All this and more is headed your way because now we are officially open. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Open. I'm Rhina Valentin, your hosty Café con Leche. For the next hour, inviting you to get social with us online, that is. Follow us on all social media platforms at Bronxnet TV. And of course, while you're there, follow moi on all social media platforms as well at Rhina Valentin. Our first guests are taking comedy by storm as co-founders and co-hosts of Morir Soñando Comedy show and podcast, a platform dedicated to amplifying Dominican voices and creating opportunities for emerging Latino talent. Co-founded, in 2019 by Glorelys Mora, a trailblazing Dominican-American comedian, actress, and executive producer from Washington Heights. Netflix is a joke comic to watch, and HBO Latino stand-up competition finalist, together with Sasha Merci, a Bronx-raised Dominican-American comedy powerhouse, actor and writer who was the lead actor and writer for Edgewood Entertainment's play La Egoísta and has starred in critically acclaimed films like HBO's De Lo Mío and Righteous Thieves. The show's name, Morir Soñando, is inspired by the beloved drink to reflect the show's mission of blending laughter, culture, and community into something refreshing and unforgettable. Let's take a look at Morir Soñando.
Yeah, when I think about Morir Soñando, just like the drink, it is a staple in our culture, and that is what the show has been.
For a very long time, when we first started this, we were chasing a feeling, something that felt right, something that would make us feel like we fit in.
And it didn't happen overnight. I think it's easy with the way that media is set up right now to see things happen so fast, but this has been a journey of about 8 years in the making. Then every time I look at the photos, it's just women smiling like they've never seen something like this before.
I have to say, on our road to here at the Gramercy Theater, it has been such a surreal feeling.
We went from Geraldine's to Stand Up New York, which is now New York Comedy Club, and moving into something that's informal to a little bit more formal. We want to just kind of highlight our podcast and highlight our friendship. So this, being here at Gramercy, is kind of a gift to us and kind of letting us know that we can do anything we set our minds to.
You sure can. That was a taste of groundbreaking Morir Soñando's new upcoming show at Gramercy Theater. And here to share more, we welcome Morir Soñando's co-founders and co-hosts, comedians Glorelys Mora and Sasha Merci.
Thank you for having us, Rhina.
Thank you so much for having us. We're so happy to be here. Oh my goodness.
I am so excited.
Yes.
witnessing your journey.
Yes.
I've attended some of your performances at United Palace, and to see it evolve into a podcast and now in Gramercy Theater, which I'm really looking forward to sharing with our viewers what this journey has been thus far.
It's been an amazing journey. Like she said, we started many years ago. And when we got into United Palace, we were the first comedy show in the United Palace, because at first I didn't think that that was a thing, especially for our community. And Glory was the one that really made it happen, because in her mind she's like, we're gonna go do United Palace. And what I love about what Morir Soñando did is that it literally opened the doors for other comedians to do their shows there now. And that is just a testament of like what it is to be trailblazers, what it is to really like have a vision and go for it, because it inspires other people, and we want to continue doing that. And Morir Soñando, and then the name Morir Soñando is like this double entendre where it's like you're living your dreams or you die dreaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that in all of us we have dreamers, and I think there's sometimes we're in pilot mode, and we dream about this idea of what we want to become. And sometimes we never get to achieve it, or we have the people that actually live those dreams, and we're touching in those moments. And I think through comedy in our community, we don't realize that our community is so funny. Not only Dominicans, but also Puerto Ricans.
Thank you for throwing the bone over here.
No. It's the Caribbean, everybody.
And the Caribbean diaspora.
Coast.
Yes, the Caribbean diaspora.
So when you really sit there and you really look at all these funny people, we want to incorporate all of this stuff. At first, when we started, is because we didn't have a voice in in the comedy world, and we got to see it because we were in these rooms and we were with a whole bunch of blanquitos, and we're like, okay, you guys are funny and we respect you, but I know funny people too.
Right.
And so kind of like merging that gap and seeing how we're starting to build a community that means the world to us.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely culturally relevant.
Yes.
Right? And yes, you have expanded it out into the Caribbean diaspora, right? Because originally it was just Dominican, right? And Morir Soñando is really primarily recognized within the Dominican community, right?
100%, yeah.
But
we, when we're both, the reality is that we're both New Yorkers. My girl from the Bronx. And I'm a Manhattan Island girly. And the reality is that being a New Yorker, we're always going to have intersectionality. So us, yes, we are Dominican, but we are, yes, the root of this, but it's expanding to include everyone, because that's the reality that we live as New Yorkers in the East Coast. And that's always the most important part of our story, that this is where the branches come from, and we expand to that.
And to me, I want to be very intentional for creating a space for bilingual speaking people, where they speak English and Spanish, and I feel like that widens things, because you can have someone who only speaks English watch our show and understand most of it, and you can have someone that speaks Spanish watch the show and understand most of it. So like that is something that we are trying to really develop in a way where it's like it's inclusive to like just really opening the doors for as many people.
Right, it's giving us a voice, and I say us as in the Latine culture, right? Because that's the politically correct term. Latine or Latinx.
We Latin everything, whatever you want. We Latino here. Yes,
Latinitos.
And so, all right, we talked about the United Palace Theater, right? And then you expanded into a podcast, which I've been also watching, and you two are just hilarious. I can't take it. I'm like, I want to be down with Morir Soñando.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of recognition in the podcast space, and I think at the end of the day, we're just two besties, two girls from New York that are just going through comedy, but also going through life and womanhood.
Yeah.
And we just being ourselves. That's really what it is. So we took a platform that we created and decided, like, what is, after 7 years, what's the next step? How do we continue, achieving longevity? And like, let's do the podcast and let's even dream bigger, because we've already made our initial dream come true. What happens when we actually dream? Like, what happens if we dream a little bigger?
So, I know we have some images of the United Palace. I just want to show our viewers a little bit of what we're talking about before we move on. So this is phenomenal. I really enjoyed, and I was so proud. I was like a proud titi, in the audience. And I was like, yes, this is what I'm talking about. Full house, sold out every single show.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Look at this.
I have to say, I've been doing comedy for about like 7 years, and it wasn't until I did Morir Soñando that my Dominican family was like, oh, es un trabajo? Like, this is a real thing when we got them in the United Palace, because the United Palace is a staple in Washington Heights. So not only is it a comedy show, we were able to bring people from the community inside of the palace. Like, me, myself, I had never been inside of the palace up until Morir Soñando. So it's like, there's just so many.
Right, because it's a little intimidating. The actual
we're just
space
walking-
itself from outside.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful that you're able to do that and open it up to the community and also provide relatable material, which is what we're talking about.
Right. And so the podcast, the reason why we kind of expanded into a podcast is because we also want to show the type of Latino that we are. We're the bilingual Latino, Dominican Americans, Latino Americans that could really identify what we have. Like, we're like 200% because we have 100% of one identity, the 100% of the other. So we want to really show that. And at first, when we were doing the podcast, I just thought it was a good idea for me and her to just do it, because I think that showing our personalities, like sometimes we'll be on stage and people are like, yo, I can see you guys talk for hours.
Talk for hours.
So they're like, okay. So at first we weren't thinking about guests. We were just kind of thinking about like, what would this look like? What, like testing that out and just seeing like how receptive people are. We're welcoming guests. We want to expand. We want to show like, this is just building the staples to like build something that will be a way for people to get noticed.
A platform for people to be discovered, right? To put them on record, right? Which is kind of what we do here. This is what we've been doing here for like 20 years, except we're on a podcast, although it's argumentative. I don't know. You know, to each his own.
We can get you a shirt mic and we can just, you know what?
I'm like, strip the audio and boom, it's a podcast.
But I think it's just important to, I think for all of us, just have multiple platforms and everyone drives the show. So like, I think when we come here, we're going to be in a safe space. Like, we know that this is legacy and that we're just so proud to be here. I think when we go to Morir Soñando, it's like, okay, we're going to talk about shit that maybe you were embarrassed to say. Like, we talk about, like, nothing is off the table.
Right.
So like,
which is nice.
It's just different. It's just, we're hosting. You know how we are. We're Latina women. We want to bring into our house. It's just, we're just hosting.
Unfiltered. But we're not doing that here today.
No. Well, we're on our best behavior. Look at me. Oh my God, I'm talking about art. Yes. I'm on my best behavior.
Yeah, so, but in the Morir Soñando, we want to show like a hybrid. So what you are going to expect in the July 25th show is that you're going to see a hybrid of stand-up comedy. So we're going to have stand-up comics along with a bit of the segment of the podcast where we're going to have Judy Reyes on.
Judy Reyes. Okay, so we featured Judy Reyes here on the show months ago for her freestyle story. So it's so lovely that you're going to be, that's going to be your first ever live guest.
And the reason why is because she is the epitome of that. Like the word Morir Soñando, like someone who's really living their dreams. Like right now.
I want them to show the picture of Judy.
Yes,
there it
that's
is.
Judy Reyes.
Okay. So everybody knows who she is,
No,
right? Because she's right now she's on High Potential.
Yes,
right?
and Scrubs.
Oh, right, and Scrubs that they revived, even though she was in the original as well. But basically, she's an ABC baby.
Yeah, and she's.
Well, I didn't even know that, but
yeah, she's really doing it.
She's the shows she does are for ABC and Disney. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think that what she's doing right now is literally. No one's doing it, and so we want to also bring her on, celebrate her, and really show and like really connect the dots. Because example, like our audience sometimes only knows me or only knows you or whatever, and it's when you bring all of us together and we get to see like, yo, there have been people before us who have been leading a legacy so that we can walk.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They ran so we could walk. Judy Reyes is like truly the epitome of that. You as well, like just all of us and just really coming together. That's just the most important thing.
Well, it is important. It's important for us to operate from this place of cross promoting. And also understanding that, while I live in denial, and I always said, it's intergenerational.
Yeah.
It
right?
is intergenerational.
And it's important because that's how we keep each other alive.
Yes.
Right.
And I think that's also like, it's just so interesting to see, like, when we first started, we're like, okay, we didn't really have like a demographic in mind, but then we see like all these women, like my mom watches the podcast.
Yes.
My aunts, like it's just so many different type of women that are learning about like what the next generation is talking about. And it's like, it's just been amazing to see so many different types of women from Gen Z to my abuela. like everyone's so supportive of this project.
Well, part of it is because like you said earlier, you're both unfiltered.
We are. Yes, a little too much sometimes.
So, but here's the thing, you know, it takes something to be able to communicate in that way, right? And so it's as if though you're speaking for all of us publicly.
A little bit, because you know, a lot of us like to be like, and I think it's so interesting as like Latina women, like sometimes we have a way that we feel like we need to represent, but because we are stand-up comedians, like we are so like, we're always thinking about the joke, but also like, what is the authenticity behind what we're saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes I'm learning about Sasha on the podcast too.
That's
I'm like,
true.
girl, you gonna say that? She's like, yeah, bitch, I'm gonna say that. Like,
Ay,
she was,
Dios mío,
I don't want to talk about like,
Pero es que
Yeah.
ya
When
we're
I'm not-
bleeping you twice
oh, I
already.
didn't know I was not supposed to curse. I'm so
No.
sorry.
No.
See, that's the problem. I'm always awake and authentic. This happened at iHeartRadio too. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Well, if that was funny, why buy a ticket?
Sorry.
If you thought that was funny,
Yeah. That's what you kept saying unfiltered. Like, stop! I'm like, wait, I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's not que linda.
Yeah.
It's fine, but that's what I mean. Yeah, unfiltered. You can just speak that way. Pero no, está bien. You know, they'll bleep it and post or whatever.
And I think
Yes.
what I love about Morir Soñando is that it's ours as much as it is yours. So when you support us, you support a generation of women that need to see themselves, right?
Yeah.
So growing up, like I didn't really have. I'm thinking to myself like, what podcast could I listen to that is similar to us? What show? What something? So creating this and hoping that like young girls that see themselves in us, find someone they could watch and just.
It's important. It
it's
matters.
important,
Representation matters,
100%.
and authenticity matters too.
100%.
Because there's no need to be walking around wearing masks.
Yeah.
Right. Just because somebody decided this is the structure.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I'm all about dismantling.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
power to you both. Yay! All right. Any last words?
Just make sure you get your tickets July 25th. It is a Saturday, so
Yes.
we have a lot of
No
feedback.
excuse. So
Yes.
everybody here, you don't work on Saturday.
We do not, and
Buy
it's a
your
month
tickets
out.
right now.
You know, it's just time to come to the show.
Yes.
Let's hang out together. It's gonna be 400 seats packed out, and it's gonna be an amazing night.
I love it. I love it. Glorelys Mora, Sasha Merci, co-founders and co-hosts of Morir Soñando Comedy Show and podcast. And once again, we're going to put that flyer up because the upcoming Morir Soñando live show is taking place on Saturday, July 25th, 8 p.m. at Gramercy Theater. You already heard them. They got 400 seats, and that is located at 127 East 23rd Street in Manhattan. Again, let's show up nice, loud, and proud. And for more information, visit their IG at Morir Soñando Comedy. All right, don't go anywhere. Up next, we speak to cast members of the new short film, Just Die, when we return.
We're gonna start the show right now. This is my favorite part. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, this is Angel, and I am one of the instructors for the in-studio production. Here at Bronxnet, we offer classes that can help you elevate, expand, and start your television career. All you have to do is sign up at bronxnet.org/education. For the past 7 years, I have been in various productions, spanning from talk shows, independent films, news reports, art displays, teachings, musical performances, and many more. Ain't that right, Angel? Yeah, you're absolutely right, Angel. There are a lot of creative individuals that we're just waiting to sign up for the class. And if I may, can I also express thank you, Angel? That's all the time we have left. Visit bronxnet.org/education and become a producer by taking the course. The class I offer is also in English, en español y también bilingüe. Nos vemos en la próxima clase.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Open. My next guests are part of the soon-to-be-released short film, Just Die, a gripping dystopian drama that sheds light on generational anxiety and economic uncertainty plaguing today's youth. The film steps into a near-future world where younger generations endure a bleak quality of life and follows a young woman who must intervene as a group of Gen Zers form a pact to end their lives to escape their harsh reality. And here to share more about the short film Just Die, please welcome Just Die co-director, lead producer Juancho Rodriguez, along with co-director, writer, and producer Zack Shaw, lead actress Samantha Garvey, principal actor Dakota Scarborough, and executive producer and principal actress Victoria Perez. Hello and welcome. Hi. All right. Well, first I want to acknowledge you, Juancho. Juancho, you are always bringing us these really, really thoughtful projects.
I think so.
I love it. I love it. All right. So I know this starts with you, Zach, right? Because you wrote this.
Yes.
Right? How do you two know each other, Zach and Juancho?
I feel that's a story for you to share, yeah.
We met at a Meisler Conservatory. We were in the same program for 2 years, and we became really good friends. And we were actually vacationing together with another friend. And I had this idea of the Last Supper, but instead of Jesus and his disciples, what if it flipped it on its head and it was be young people? And why would young people be eating, and not eating like very elegantly, they'd be eating grotesquely. So that question became, and I went down the rabbit hole of like, why would they be eating grotesquely? Okay, what's going on in the world? And what's going on in the world is young people can barely afford rent, they can't buy houses, the life milestones they're not hitting, and they're pushing it later, or they're not even doing it right now because wages and salaries are not keeping up with inflation. So I brought this to Juancho, and he's like, it's a great idea. Come back to me with a script. And about a year and some change later, I did. And we started talking in November 2025. And here we are. Just finished.
And here we are.
And so the reason I brought that up is because it's got like a multicultural like essence behind it, right? I mean, you're Colombian. You're Chinese, right?
Yes.
And then I know we got a Latina, right? Because we got Perez over there. And then you are
Jewish.
Jewish, and then you are.
I am a Floridian.
And all right. He's like, I'm a Floridian.
There you go.
It's its own culture. But really, I just say that to say that it doesn't really matter where you come from. There's this, I want to say, overall plague that is plaguing us all, even right now. So you're actually pushing the boundaries in, I guess, doing a little more of magic realism into expanding what the I guess worst case scenario would look like. Right. So I mean, I just kind of like threw you all into the conversation without even really introducing you, but I want to make sure I say everybody's name. I know Zach, you're one of the principal. No, Zach is actually the writer, and then of course we have Juancho, and then Samantha Garvey is the lead actress here, and then we have Dakota Scarborough, who is one of the principal actors and Victoria's executive producer and principal actress. But Samantha, you know, in reading your bio, I was like, oh, so she was Ariel on a regional tour. Okay, that should be interesting.
Yeah. It was an amazing experience. I've been dreaming of playing Ariel like my entire life. It was really, really fun.
Right, so now you're in this thriller of a sort. Right?
Yes, completely different story. Yeah.
And you're the one actually trying to assist.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but please do share how you even got involved.
My manager manages Juancho as well, so she was like, are you interested in being in this film? Like, my other person that I represent is in it and producing it, and so she sent me the sides, I sent it to Juancho, I had the audition, and we went from there.
Is it a familiar character to you?
It's I can connect to Jasmine as like she's the hopeful ingenue, like trying to save her friends. So in that way, yes, it's very like Disney princess-esque, like similar, like the hopeful, like ingenue. Yeah.
That's why I brought Ariel
Yeah,
into the conversation. Are you singing? Okay, and so Dakota, you're one of the principal actors, right? So I'm really trying to do my best to visualize what this looks like because I keep seeing the futuresque part of it, and I keep seeing like this this world that. Unfortunately, it looks like we're headed, right? Because I keep seeing the fact that we're struggling with understanding and moderating AI right now. And the reason I bring up AI is because AI is using all of our water. Yeah. And if we keep going down this route, we're going to have a water problem in the future, which is one of the other layers. I know I'm not sure if that's even part of your film or not, but the point is that there's a lot of things happening right now that we really need to take into consideration. So just share a little bit about your character, Dakota.
Sure. So I play Zacharias, who kind of like gets this group together. You know, it's kind of like the figurehead, if you would. And it's, to me, the way I look at it, it's like, it's fear. You know, fear, and then like that hopelessness of not being able to change your own life as well as other people's. So, you know, it's like, I mean, I can speak from personal experience. Like, I would love to be able to reach out and help out my family, you know, and things like that. But even right now, it's like I'm just trying to get through, you know, and it gets to the point where it's like, well, what do you do when there is no other way out? You know, do you grit your teeth and keep going, or, you know, do you take matters into your own hands? And that's a question that I think a lot of people fight with nowadays, because like you said, it looks like we're going down that route of like, you know, dystopia, and it's scary, it's terrifying, but it's, you know, we're so interconnected with social media and what we see that how can you not feel that way, you know?
Right.
So
And so, speaking of social media, Victoria, right? Because you're a TikToker, right?
Yeah.
Influencer, I might add, right? And you're the executive producer, right? But what attracted you to this piece?
Well, originally Juancho reached out and asked me if I was interested in reading a few slides for my character Jolly. And I really resonated with it because, one, Jolly is a social media influencer within the film. And one, I resonated with that. But something that I found really interesting was that she encapsulates what a lot of Gen Z is going through right now and how they feel. And kind of going off of what Dakota was talking about, social media is a big catalyst for this whole movement.
Right.
And so not only is
the movement within the film?
Correct.
Okay.
And not only is Jolly the main movement, but I mean, like, social media is what really drives not only what's happening in the film, but in everyday life. You know?
Right. This is it's like the extreme version of the subway surfers. Right?
Yes. That's a great way to looking at it. Yes.
And so and so again, I love having these conversations about our mental state, because that's what really this is talking about, right? And then there's what do we do about it? And I don't expect you to give the ending away. However, I want to assume that in some form this was therapeutic for each and every one of you to be inside of it. Yeah?
Yeah, I would say, Rhina, I think we have to discuss it up front. You know, the film does deal with suicide. I mean, it's right on the log line. There's several pivotal points that happen in the short film that obviously every time that you feel something is going to be the end, you realize, oh no, something else is coming up. So it's a roller coaster. From a human perspective, though, I mean, at least from my experience, a really close friend of mine, his brother, you know, died by suicide. And then when Zach brought this project to me, I realized, you know what, there's a conversation to be had. I myself, I'm a little older than most of these guys, and I used to maybe chastise Gen Zers or younger people, because every generation we always believe that we're better than the one coming up. But I realized, you know what, there's something about understanding young people, especially in the world right now, because right now everything just feels disjointed. And I talk to younger people, and I don't want to assume that everybody is this way, but they just seem broken, as if something is just not clicking. And the more that we talk about the film, the more that we have conversations about what the film really touches on, we realize, you know what? instead of trying to like, oh, say Gen Z or younger people are this way, let's really talk to them. Let's see what's going on. And I feel like Just Die is a perfect centerpiece for that conversation, because this kind of film is not out there anywhere. I mean, we've really scoped out, and there's really nothing that really touches upon what Just Die does. And I think it's going to create a lot of conversation.
Well, yeah, I mean, you just gave it away because that's a really touchy topic, and it's unfortunate. And I say unfortunate to say, it's a very common conversation nowadays. It really is. I'm hearing it. And so I want to ask, just again, because I'm still visualizing, how does it loan itself to being futuristic? Maybe you want to answer that question, Zach.
So it takes place a couple years in the future where we see where life is right now with the economy, with the job market. I can't imagine just graduating college and just seeing everything going on. And I look right at Vicky when I say that.
I just graduated.
Congratulations.
Congrats for sure, yes.
Good luck, basically.
Oh, I just feel that. Come on.
Oh my
That's
God.
the film, not reality.
Damn. Oh God.
I'm just joking.
No. Do you, be you.
Anyway.
Just accept that I'm going to be me too.
Yeah. Anyway, we see where it's taking, and I asked the question of like, what, and with film and plays, where can you take this? Like, can you take this, can you raise the stakes? Can you raise the situation? And I push it in the script as far as I could go, a few years in the future where there's no hope. There's no, everything's bleak. You could do everything right and still lose at the end of the day. And we're just talking like the American dream.
Right.
And people, and there's already some talks about the American dream not being the way it used to be.
Right.
And what if there's just like, what if everyone just loses hope? And that's the question that's really raised. And that's why it has to take place a few years in the future. Not so far where technology and AI is taking over everything, like Skynet will.
Right.
But just a few
That's
years
going to be
in.
the sequel.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, there you go. We just announced a sequel on your show. There you go. We're doing it. Yeah.
And I get conception credit.
There you go.
Well, no, I'm sorry. You know,
No, it's all good.
Yeah, we roll like that,
Yeah,
right? Because the reality is that it's a conversation that we need to have, and although we're kind of just skimming over it, the fact that you went to this intense level of really putting it in that context of like, you know what, they're just gonna take the leap and be like, peace, I'm leaving, right? Because there's also the question of like, well, you know, everybody's entitled to do what they want with their own life, right? But it's the mental state that really is at stake here, right? What are the conversations? What are the internal conversations that each and every one of us are having with ourselves? And the fact of the matter is that, you know what, we're all having the same conversation. It's a matter of deciding who's the captain,
Right.
Yeah.
right? And then really navigating that in making sure that even if there is no hopelessness, that you find it. And so I feel sometimes you have to see the hopelessness in order to even look for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to give credit to Zach on his story, because even though the script and the film does go into dark places, there is a message of hope. We can't give that away, but there is a message of somebody choosing to live, to actually move on, to actually continue living. So I
Of
mean,
the Gen Zers.
of the Gen Zers, correct.
Not our beloved Samantha, who is going to sing everybody else.
Somebody, look,
I'm kidding, everybody. That's not how the story goes.
I mean, that's actually a great way of putting it, but I mean, I think that actually represents what we're trying to do with the film, is not only shed light on, the darkness, but also, is there a little bit of light that we can follow?
Yeah.
And I guess you have to, stay tuned and watch.
Yeah, well, I think we have some images of like behind the scenes that we can share with our viewers so that they can see the work that you guys have put into it thus far. I guess this is the table we're talking about.
Yes.
The Last Supper, per se. This is it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There you go. That's her Jasmine.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What's up?
Those are amazing. By the way, I have to highlight her.
Okay.
The female on that photo, that's Cristina Gomez, our director of photography. I cannot sing enough praises about her. She's an Ecuadorian American filmmaker, and she just busted her behind making sure that our vision was truly followed through. So congrats to her. Kudos to her.
And I want to say congrats to you because I know that it was also important to have Latino representation on the back end as well.
Yeah.
So I love that. We have to hire our own people.
It was like 90% Latinos. Every department head was female. I mean, it was, and it wasn't forced. It just happened, and it was just so wonderful to see.
We put the best people in the positions to succeed.
And they just happened to be Latinos and females. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm more of a POC kind of person, but in the sense of like when the narrative itself, if it has Latinos in it, it should have Latinos in the back end as well.
Yes.
Right? So I know you're not Latino, Zach, but...
by adoption. I feel like he's Latino enough. I feel like he's Latino enough at this point.
I gotta tease that because, you're actually the one who created the whole thing.
Yes.
And congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
On sparking this conversation.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And just why I wrote is because I felt it, because I was coaching basketball in Shanghai after college, and I was in Shanghai during COVID, like 2019 in the fall. I was in this big group chat of like 400 Westerners, and everyone's talking about COVID. I'm thinking, I'm gonna brush that off because I've seen that, like, it's gonna pass. And obviously it didn't, and it hit us in a big way. I left Shanghai January of 2020. I walk into the airport, and you couldn't buy a mask to save your life. And I didn't have a mask, and everyone else has a mask. And not knowing what COVID was at the time, I'm thinking, oh, this might be it. Luckily, I'm still here, I'm breathing. But when I got back to the States, I was trying to get back to Shanghai. I was trying to figure out my life. So I was stuck in this weird limbo space. And I was struggling to find a job here. I was trying to get back. And then obviously got into acting. That's when I met Juancho. And I felt, really felt what Jasmine goes through, what Zacharias goes through, even as, in a way, Jolly goes through. So it's like, I just put myself there and I just said, okay, what happens if there's just no hope? And I gotta give the credit to everyone here and the entire team, the cast and crew. People aren't here because this was truly an amazing team. And we could not have made this, created the story without every single person here.
Oh my gosh, well, congratulations to all of you. I am so looking forward to seeing this.
You're getting a screener, you're getting an invite, you're getting everything to see this film. Come on.
Everyone, Juancho Rodriguez, Zack Shaw, Samantha Garvey, Dakota Scarborough, and Victoria Perez. And once again, we were talking everything behind a dystopian drama, Just Die. And to follow the film, follow the film Just Die, you can follow them at Dawn Kino Entertainment. Dawn as in Dawn, Kino Entertainment. All right, stay tuned. Our Open Artist Spotlight is coming up next.
.7% of Bronxnites currently experience food insecurity. Meanwhile, instead of these nice, colorful foods, this is the best food that they have access to. If this sounds like you, there are a bunch of resources to get healthy food for free or cheap. If you want to help, you might consider donating or volunteering in one of these places. Community fridges like this one are all over the city and allow New Yorkers to conveniently donate extra food to people who might need it. Go to this link and find your nearest one. Food banks and pop-up events like these provide millions of healthy meals to families in need. These organizations are distributing meals to Bronxites as we speak and are always accepting donations and volunteers.
Only 57% of New York City high school students are college ready by their senior year. .5% of high school graduates either have no plans to attend college or are uncertain that they will ever attend. 34% of young adults don't go to college because they can't afford it. Discover what's possible. Bronxnet's education programs, internships, and opportunities help engage and inspire Bronx youth and beyond to pursue their passions. Be a part of the Bronxnet family. Whether you're interested in our shows, joining a class, or donating to support our mission, visit bronxnet.org to learn more.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Open. And today, our Open Artist Spotlight shines on distinguished violinist. He is a visionary artist recognized for his elegant and innovative style. His unique sound blends Afro-Cuban influences with electronic music, creating immersive experiences for corporate events, concerts, luxury weddings, and exclusive productions. He holds a master's degree in multi-style performance, composition, electric violin from New Jersey City University, and he's graced iconic stages such as Carnegie Hall and the Vatican, even performing with Foreigner on their 50th anniversary tour. He is also the founder of LeFiddler Entertainment, specializing in premium entertainment for high-end events across New York, Jersey, Miami, Boston, Vegas, and beyond. And they offer LED violin performances, DJs, LED robots, and customized musical experiences. And bueno, we're going to learn more. Everyone, please welcome Cuban Electric Violinist, producer, and composer, LeFiddler.
Oh, thank you so much, Rhina. Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness, I am so excited to share you with our viewers because you had me at the Hostos Gala, okay? So I just want to share with our viewers that I met LeFiddler hosting a gala for Hostos, right? I was the MC, and he was playing this violin that was lit up on the dance floor, and I found it to be a very stimulating experience to be able to be up close and personal with the violin playing while dancing and having the violinist himself dancing while playing.
Yeah, thank you. It's my first objective. I try to play funny for the people. I try to not play the violin. I try to dance, sing when every people will stay in the room.
Yes, and that you did. You had us all dancing, but let's just share with everybody a little bit of your background, right? Because you play the violin. The violin is a classical instrument, right?
Yeah.
And then you've kind of like evolved the experience of the violin. So do you play do you play chamber music? Do you play in concerts, in classical settings as well?
Yeah, every violinist need study the music, classic music, is the base, no? But my objective with the LeFiddler Entertainment is change this vision. I play reggaeton, I play the electronic music, I dance with the people, I sing. It's my first objective. It's funny. It's try to change this vision.
Yeah, so I know that's so dope. I mean, can you visualize it? Reggaeton, right?
Yeah, I'm from Cuba. It's normally the Cuban people have this funny in the blood.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know, but where did you come up with I'm going to make the violin this fun instrument that we're just going to get down with, right? Versus because the violin, I don't know, it loans itself to being sophisticated.
Yeah, I try to create this fusion, sophisticated, elegant, and funny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's my first objective. My violin is the LED violin.
Uh-huh.
Too, I use the different lights. It's a visual attractive.
Uh-huh.
And I work in the different projects. Only I try to work in a more luxury company event, immersive festival.
Right, you have one coming up, don't you?
Yeah,
right? In July?
17 July, I have the Light and Color Festival. It's a big big festival in Asbury Park in New Jersey. The last year, we assist in this festival 14,000 people.
14,000.
14,000
And so these
people.
lights are up against the,
Yeah,
the building,
yeah, in the
and you're
big
playing
building.
in front of the building.
Yeah, I play synchronized with the image.
With the music.
Yeah,
The music is
the
synchronized?
music and the video is synchronized. Yeah.
Wow, it's synchronized?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, question, who controls it? Is it you that's controlling the visuals that everybody's
Yeah,
experiencing?
I play
And you're
with
playing?
another designer, Melida Rodas. She played with me together. We have a perfect match.
That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yes. And so, all right, so you do this, what, annually?
Yeah, every January.
Every year? How long have you been doing this?
2 years.
2 years
2
now.
years
And
now.
you said 14,000 people?
40,000 people.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Where is this place?
In Asbury Park.
Right? And it
Yeah,
actually
in the
accommodates
center of Asbury Park.
in the center
Yeah,
of it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so is it also recorded? Because I mean, if there's all those people, do they get to see a video version of that?
Yeah. I
Yeah?
have everything, yeah.
Wow.
In my social media, the people follow me, please. LeFiddler Entertainment. I have the different videos about that.
About that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so how long is that presentation?
It's every day, okay?
The whole day?
Yeah, the whole day. Yeah.
The whole day?
Because it's a different designer.
Okay.
I play in a specific hour, but I have the different designer of the world. I have designer to Germany, designer to Ukraine, designer to the world. Yeah.
Okay, so this immersive art experience,
Immersive art experience.
with the music of your violin, which is electric.
Yeah.
And so who came up with this concept?
Yeah, this concept is created for Cham. He's an Iranian person. He's amazing. He's a big creative. He's designer too.
It's a designer,
Yeah.
right? I noticed you work a lot with designers, which we're going to get into. We're going to get into the fact that you're also doing Fashion Week gala as well. But I'm still stuck on this immersive experience because you also mentioned these artists that come from different parts of the world. So how do you partner up with all these individuals?
Yeah, it's a good question because the art is the language universal art. Yeah, every people is a different language. We try to communicate in English, but no every people know not all English. We try to the feeling is the most important in this moment. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. So, wow. No, I'm just trying to experience these people coming from different parts of the world. Nobody communicated in English, but yet working collaboratively.
Yeah, it's incredible, but it's really interesting, this experience.
Well, yeah, I mean, just the whole immersive aspect of it, of the visual stimulation and having the sound accompany that to transport you is oh my. I'm like, oh my. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I know we have some images of your work. Let's show some of his past experiences because again, LeFiddler does galas. He does fashion shows. What else? Did I miss anything? I mean, the immersive that we just finished seeing, and so what's this? This is a concert that we're looking at.
Yeah, it is a Sony Hall.
For the fashion show.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
2025
beautiful.
fashion show gala.
All right. And so, and then this is gala.
Hostos event, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one
Yeah,
I
this
was
is the
at.
Hostos
Yeah.
event, yeah.
Yeah. See, he's up close and personal with everybody. And then this, another gala.
Yeah, it's another gala. Yeah, this is a Chase Bank gala in the Manhattan.
Okay.
Manhattan building.
Yeah. Right. Because you're a unique experience.
Yeah.
Right. And so, before we go, we want to talk about the fact that you're also going to be playing at the New York Fashion Week Gala, right? So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm nominated to the finalist artist to every years, every artist or musician play in the Runway 7 Fashion Week Gala. And this year, Runway, he created a big award gala for recognizer, no? the every artist to the job, to the every artist and the popularity. I am nominated in the finalist, the artist, violinist artist.
Okay, so just so that I'm clear, what you're saying is that the musicians also get nominated in it to be there to win an award as a musician within Fashion Week?
No.
No.
They have different categories.
Right.
No. The people nominate every artist.
I see.
Yeah, I received the invitation for nominate, to the musician finalists in the award.
So you're actually competing.
Yeah,
kind
competing,
of, right?
exactly,
Yeah, you're
exactly.
competing because you were nominated to play.
Yeah.
Right, but you're up against different types of musicians.
Exactly. Yeah.
And this is for the New York Fashion Week Gala.
New York Fashion Week Gala.
Yeah. Is your presentation going to have immersive experience behind it?
Yeah.
Of course.
I use every time the immersive because it's a new, it's my visual projection to the world. I work now in my first album. This is the point. Try to create a big experience to combine the music and the visual artist.
That's beautiful. And digital, no less.
Yeah, and digital.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, so we have to have you back when you finish your first album.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, and we have to include your immersive aspect of it to back you up. We can do that. We can do that. Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you so much.
And I'm so excited to have you here and share you with our viewers.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, I mean, less the immersive aspect of it, we're going to get a taste of what we're talking about. But he did bring his LED violin, so don't go anywhere, right? But before we go, I want to make sure that you can also follow LeFiddler you can visit LeFiddler.com, and you can also follow him on IG at LeFiddler_entertainment. And like I mentioned, don't go anywhere because when we return, LeFiddler is going to transport us with his electric LED violin. You don't want to miss. We'll be right back.
What's up, creative family? Discover your voice with Bronxnet Community Media Classes. Are you ready to bring your ideas to life? At Bronxnet, we offer television production classes for community members ages 18 and over, empowering you to share your vision with the world. Get certified in field production, in-studio production, and our new exciting addition, podcast production. Once certified, you can create your own show to air on one of our 6 TV channels. It all starts with our free Unleash Your Ideas Masterclass, designed to help you plan your show idea and set you up for success on your production journey. This class is offered at the beginning of each month for your convenience. Our dedicated Bronxnet team is here to support, encourage, and uplift you every step of the way. Join us and become a part of the creative force that engages and inspires the Bronx community and beyond. Sign up today and start your media journey with Bronxnet. Visit bronxnet.org/education to learn more and register. Let's create something amazing together.
Hey everyone, welcome back here now to perform Kimbara, the iconic hit by Celia Cruz. Please welcome LeFiddler. Right? I don't know if I said that right. LeFiddler, everyone! Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. Now you understand why we had to bring him here for you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. And once again, LeFiddler is going to be performing at the Runway 7 Fashion Awards for the Fashion Week Gala on September 14th, 6 p.m. at the spectacular Sony Hall in Times Square. And for more information, including his immersive performance that's happening in July, you can follow him on IG at LeFiddler_entertainment. That is our show today, mi gente. Thanks to all our guests for coming through and to you, our viewers, for tuning in. If you missed any part of the show, you can check out this episode throughout the weekend and 24 hours a day at Bronxnet.tv. I'm Rhina Valentin. And from all of us here at Open, may the universe provide paz, prosperity, y amor. Have a happy and safe 4th of July, mi gente. Adios. All right, let's do it again.